morning. Welcome to Zwift Community Live's KRT Racer Focus. I'm Ian Anderson. The focus of today's broadcast, we are slated to do one lap of the London 8, and it looks like everything is all systems go here. So sit back, relax, watch me suffer. We got quite a few KRT signed up in the race. That's KISS Racing Team. This, of course, as you might know, is a team sport, even virtually. And we're excited to be a part. You're gonna see my game freeze just a little bit. There we go. Should be a little bit more even now as we work out technical issues here. So let me know how it sounds. We got our main tech man, Johnny Noblet, helping me out. As always, it's good to have another set of ears. We got 30 seconds to the start. Today's highlight is that I finally put a sticky note over the heart rate, so you guys can see the heart rate, but I can't. There's literally just a sticky note on my screen. So, as usual, I got up late. Here we go. Big start, big push here. Really can't get dropped at the beginning, so he's got to put the pedal to the metal here. Because there's crazies that go very hard right off the bat. So this lap this is gonna be a really short, brutal race. It's a short lap. Well, it's one lap is what it is. A little bit of flat. Then we gotta go over Box Hill. So it's just important to be in as far forward of a group as possible. Oh, Steven's here. Cool. It's Steven Lohendorf. Soxingham here. Good to see. So yeah, I'll be checking on the comments here in a bit, but it's only going to be about 30 minutes. Very short race. So one of the tips for racing is that if you're on a smart trainer, you don't necessarily want, there's that slider in the menu and that controls the magnitude of resistance change. You don't necessarily want that slider all the way to the right. Then you're going to be doing a lot of shifting, and it's not quite like outside where it's a little bit more predictable. So I turn it down to about 30%. And that keeps my power looking a lot smoother. Because at the end of the day, this is kind of like a sweet spot workout. But today I have to do like 380 watts for 8 minutes because I weigh 200 pounds. So going up Box Hill is never pleasant. And I only have 3 of my 4 fans on today. Don't want to get gapped right there. Okay, Johnny says go hard. Thanks, Johnny. So we got a bit of flat here. It's only a 13-mile race. I forgot to turn on one of my fans. I can feel it now. Zombie Killer wants to know how he gets the game and bike, or she. You can't kick other people off. But yeah, check out Zwift.com. They got all the info. There's a lot of different levels. You can use your own bike. Just do a little bit of research over there. I'll tell you how to get set up. And of course, didn't charge my headphones, so they're useless. But right now in this race, we just sort of have this collective momentum. Nobody's really pulling, as you can see. We're just a clump. There's a gap going back behind us. So they could probably bridge if they wanted. But time is ticking. And if they go into the red, then they're not going to be in a good spot to go up this berg, which we have coming in about 3 miles or so. It's a fun game, yeah. So I'm 200 pounds. So that means I'm a little bit more suited to flat courses like what we're on right now, but our route today has us going over this hill. Man, I always complain about these little Honeywell fans, how they don't work. But now that I'm missing one, and it's just off, you can really feel it. The difference. Also, I have to wear a shirt. When I'm not streaming, I don't. So that makes it really hot. But I'm happy to do that in order to stream. Streaming's great, get a lot of encouragement from everybody watching. I put on my glasses so I can see what people are saying. Does it matter if you come first? Well, that's the goal. It's asking, DR is asking if it matters if you finish first. Yes, it does. There's community generated results. So the game doesn't really create results that get stored, and our results, the community results, get stored over time. So you can go over to zwiftpower.com and find me at zwiftpower.com and then search for riders, look for me, and you'll see I've done about 160 Zwift races over the last 18 months or so. And you want to take it a step further to see what my ranking is in terms of all Zwifters. Go to Cyclogent virtual cycling rankings. Just search that on Google. I don't know what the actual URL is. Looks like we had somebody off the front, and now a chase is forming. Surprise, Lookman's let a gap open. But I'm just, usually this is where I would try to put in some work, but I'm just trying to sit tempo about 300 watts. It's the number you can see in the top left. That's about tempo for me. I'm about to be dangling though, so I gotta up the pace a bit. Just to get back in contact here, because Robin doesn't quite have the inertia that I have. On the flat. You can see like most attacks, I'm just petered out. So I'm gonna downshift again. Try to keep spinning. No idea what my heart rate is. You guys know, but I put sticky notes over it because I find that I make decisions based on heart rate, which is silly because you don't do that in real racing or even outside riding, because if you're looking at that, you're falling off your bike. So you got a hairpin turn up here. Really important to push through the turns. Johnny, my microphone screen just blocked some spit. That's what it's for. So see, somehow I got put on a really wide line there. I'm not steering. So then I had to push a little bit to stay in contact. The draft is important, so slipstream matters. So as long as I'm in the slipstream, I don't have to do as much effort as if I was out. Out in front. Important to stay hydrated. So if you're just joining us, this is gonna be roughly a 35-minute race, a short one, as we're going over Box Hill in a few moments here, which is a 2-mile climb but I weigh 200 pounds, so it makes it challenging for me to stay with some of these guys that weigh 165 or less. And all that stuff plays into the game and the physics. So you got to be honest about your weight, your height, all that stuff matters. You can see other people wearing the same jersey as my avatar. My avatar is here in the midst there. They're on my team, the KISS Racing team. Hi, Red Viper 9191. Oh, Terry's telling me my heart rate. Terry, it's a secret. I don't want to know. I put a sticky note over it. But that's good, actually. That's tempo for me. So I get into the zone that I can hold for about an hour at 168 beats per minute. 168. And that's some zone 4. I know there's like sub zones for heart rate, but as soon as I start to get into like indoors, 170 plus, I start to like think about it too much. And sometimes I gag and feel ill. But outdoors, I'll be running 175 for like 50 minutes. So that to me says that I need to work on getting more used to that, because when I look down outside, I'm like, this is not normal. This cannot be good. Okay, so we're going over the Thames River. This is London right now. So we're gonna go over the river, into the underground, and then we'll be coming up in the Surrey Hills. It's just a little sort of world hack that the developers put in here to get us to some different scenery in the same world. There's 3 worlds: London, Richmond, Virginia, United States, and then a semi-fictional island called Watopia. Okay, hill is coming up. Really want to be near the front. I really have to ride my tempo at the bottom because I don't want to blow up. But I might sneak. Yeah, I don't want to pull. I'm not going to pull Luckman. I thought he was out of position. So here we go, left turn, and then we're going to be on it. All right, we're on the hill. So what matters here is watts per kilo. It's a power to weight ratio as we go up this hill. There's still slipstreaming. You can see the pack getting strung. Thanks, Julian. Here we go, one little push, and we're going downhill. So I can feel the resistance dropping off. Gotta recover though. Oh. We're okay. Coming in 2.5 miles to go. Mostly downhill. Yeah, one kicker. One little climb. Up an escalator of all things. Yep. Pringle, thanks. Yep, I'm a heavy guy. So downhill's good. 900 people online right now. Very cool. Go Aussies. There goes Sticky, my teammate up the road. Hey, that sticky note, speaking of sticky, I covered up my heart rate. I think that was a good idea. This sport is so mental. Any sport is, but you're hurting yourself basically. You're pushing the limit. And so anything that tells you that you're pushing that limit is just extra input that you don't really want. So we have a gap that's not going to get closed down. Kieran's coming hard. Look at him back there. It's Kieran Salt, new member of the KRT KISS Racing team. Look at him close that down. He's trying to hold up Shimizu. All right, 1 mile to go. Here comes the berg. We're queuing up for a sprint. Got him. All right. Good job, Brian. Okay. Excuse me. So, that'll do it here. That's the end of the race. Short one today, only about 30 minutes. Good job from the boys in blue. And good job from Ian Kurth for knowing what was going on. He read us like a book. And so did the Japanese rider, Sato. Sato also had us read like a book. So, yeah, thanks. Thanks, Pringo. Thanks, Terry. All right, yeah, so not bad. Just to recap, it was one lap of London 8, which is a route that incorporates both flat and a hill. So on the flat, I just sat in the slipstream. So in the game, the slipstream is modeled in the physics. So if you're behind other riders, you get a drafting benefit. So they push the air out of the way, the virtual air, and then you get sort of to be in their wake afterward. So the flat, I took full advantage of that, and then in the hill, I had my teammate Brian. That really helped me pace, because we made a plan, which we were then able to execute in the downhill and coming into the sprint. So it was good to have him to help pace me, because a lot of times on the hill I just give up. Because when guys are surging to like their power to weight ratio is going up, it's harder for me to match that. So when I increase my watts, and I'll be doing like 450 watts, and I'm not even hitting 5 watts per kilo. So yeah, that can be really discouraging, rolling through like that and then just really getting blown up. But I had a couple of strategies that helped me. One was having a teammate, or at least just somebody else I knew was going to ride at a similar pace. So we were doing like 4.2 to 4.5 watts per kilo the whole way up. And then I also put a sticky note over my heart rate. So I wasn't thinking about heart rate at all, which really helps, because I probably was pushing like in excess of 170 beats going through there. So that was great. So now I'm just cooling down. Theo 15 says go faster. You should have been here, man. I was going really fast, but still other people were going faster. It'd be nice if it turned into a top 10, but I bet you we're just outside the top 10, Brian and I. Here's a runner here coming up on the left. So you can run in Zwift as well, a female runner. She has her helmet on. Brian is telling me he's had a personal record up the hill. So anyway, that's one way to partake in Zwift, is racing. With a team, without a team, whatever. There's all kinds of different races. We have like cat and mouse races where people chase each other. based on their ability. There's handicap races where everybody puts in different physical characteristics for their avatar. So like that, basically everybody stays together. In this mode, everybody is spread out all over the course based on ability. But when you're in the handicap races, everybody is made equal. So we got a little bit of time before the next broadcast here on Zwift Community Live. Really looking forward to that. It's been an awesome series. I think we're in week 13 now, but that's the Australia E-Crit, where people are competing virtually for a chance to win a trip to Sydney or somewhere in Australia to compete in real life in this game, in front of a crowd and broadcast all around the world. So they're competing for that coming up here at the top of the hour in 9 minutes. That's going to start. It's a similar race to what I just did, except it's flat. So they'll be doing a bit of a different course, and it's a flat one, whereas mine had a hill. And it's a lot of fun, a lot of attacks, a really tough race to be part of, and a lot of fun to watch. So the results for this race and all the other races are on zwiftpower.com. That's where they're stored for all time, and you can check me out over there. So that's it. Thanks for hanging out for the cool down. Stay tuned to Zwift Community Live here on mixer.com, twitch.tv, and over on Facebook. You're gonna get your HD streams, of course, on Twitch and Mixer, so stop on over there for some higher quality stream, and I'll see you all on Thursday. I'll put up my schedule. All right, thanks. Right on.